Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 881. Title of today's lesson is the difference between steady and stable. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot. Do it right now. Let's go right to it. There is some crossover between these two terms, but with steady, the focus is on not changing, consistent, continuous, especially the continuous part. Stable focuses on not easily changed or disrupted, secure, and unlikely to change or collapse or fail. So with stable, this question is kind of in the mind. Could it suddenly collapse or fail or disappear just like that? All right, so we have an example that kind of covers both at the same time. My job used to be both steady and stable. However, the company is in financial trouble. The hours I have left are still steady and continue to repeat from week to week. But they feel unstable because more and more hours are being cut. So maybe they've been steady for many, many years and they're still continuing there, but you don't know if they will need to cut more. So now the hours have become unstable, even though at the moment they are still steady. Let's continue. Being a busker or street entertainer is not a steady job. If there is rain or bad weather or other issues, one cannot work every day. So that's the problem, is it's out of your control. If the weather is really bad, it may not be worth it to go out there and to try to be a street entertainer. Or maybe they could have a special event in an area where you usually set up, and now you're not allowed to do it during that event. So it's not so steady. Okay. He jogs at a steady pace. So that means he's running at a close to the same speed. He's not like speeding up and slowing down a lot. He's staying continuous on that speed. So steady would be the one to use here. Stable sounds a little awkward. She is making steady progress. Again, it's continuing to go in the right direction. Could it fluctuate slightly? Yeah, but not too much. If a patient is in critical condition, one is not so stable. So if you're in the hospital and you're in critical condition, it means that something could suddenly happen, that maybe your heart could stop or something could suddenly get a lot worse. So we say that it is not so stable in that sense. So that's the idea, that something could suddenly fail. Okay, good. They need to check if he is mentally stable to stand trial. Yeah, so to make sure the person is not too crazy or his mental problems are so serious that he won't be able to control his behavior. So they need to see if he's mentally stable, not steady. Okay, let's continue here. If an object is stable, it is firm and unlikely to fail. So it's unlikely to just collapse or break down. If an object is steady, it is firm and does not shake or move about. All right, so a good example might be like with a ladder. If you're saying the ladder is stable, you mean it's strong enough. You don't expect it to just fall apart as you're on it. If the ladder is steady, or if it were unsteady, it means that it would be shaking a little bit. You might still be able to use it if you're careful, but it's not so steady in that sense. So that usually has to do with movement. We have an example here related to that. If one has Parkinson's disease, it is difficult to keep parts of the body steady. So they might have some shaking with their hands or their head or something like that. Anyway, I hope you got a better feel now of when we're more likely to use the term stable and when we're more likely to use steady. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.